Today I'm going to talk about The One Thing by Gary Keller. Super cool book, super cool concept. He says it's the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. What does he talk about? Well, Gary Keller still is a real estate guy, and his concept is really asks a question. What's the one thing, and if I take care of that one thing, everything else will begin to fall into place. So a lot of us think like, oh, I've got this job going on, and, as soon as this happens, then I'll be able to get promoted, and, by the time I get promoted, this person will start liking me, and then we can start dating, and you imagine this whole complex equation, and I'm only speaking from my experience where I believed that I had to have 20 different things happen in order for this one thing to happen. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. It's only ever one thing at a time. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. One of my favorite questions I love to ask the people that I coach is this. If you were to get rid of one habit, if you were to get rid of one, what would it be? What would it be? It could be anything. Could be something simple. Could be something a little bigger. And I'll get answers like, I'd like to stop being late to work. I'd like to, tell my kids I love them every day. I'd like to do that every day. I'd like to stop biting my nails. Whatever it is, whatever comes to mind for you. What comes to mind for you? So from there, okay. Now, close your eyes for a second and imagine with me you got rid of that habit. It's gone. If you got rid of it, who would that make you in 10, 20, 30 years? Who is the person that you would become? And you wouldn't believe the answers that you get. Oh my God, stop biting your nails, for example. Well, I'd be disciplined. I would have a lot more self-control. I'd have this, I'd have that. All from stopping biting your nails? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. For somebody to get rid of their habits that they don't like, it's a big challenge. You have to focus, you have to direct your focus in many different ways to stop these habits. You have to replace it with something. You got to come up with a bigger meaning for it. It's only working on one thing at a time. One thing at a time. That's it. Today I want to focus on this. Tomorrow I want to focus on that. And you can have different action items, of course. Of course. A lot of us are building a business, or we're at work, or we're with our kids, or we're a teacher and we're in school. Whatever it is, one thing. What's that one thing? And if you took care of it, everything else would fall into place. I know for me personally, when I am consistent and responsible in the gym, I show up with good energy. I'm able to do everything else right. I'm clear in my mind. I'm direct with what I need to do. There's good energy from everybody else in the gym. That's great. Phenomenal. If I take care of that every day, and I know I need to prepare for that, I need to eat the right foods, it all falls into place. If I can do that one thing, everything else falls into place for me. So I know it's a bit redundant, but there was this funny story about a pastor, and all these people kept coming into church, and they would hear the same message every single weekend. And about three weeks go in, same message. A month in, same message. And eventually, these older ladies go up to the pastor. They're like, "Father, you've been giving the same sermon the last 5 weeks." And the priest looks at them and says, "Yeah, and you're still not really living the message." It takes persistence with these things. You ever see someone try and quit smoking? Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes a very long time. There's a lot of challenges that come up. You're going to have hurdles. Well, what's that one thing for you? I'm curious what you guys have to say, and I want to know what it is for you. What is your one thing that if you take care of that, everything else falls into place?